Right. Welcome to Learn with Frame. This is day 2 of the 100 Days of Python Code by Angela Yu. And, okay, we're good. And yeah, this day, or should I say, this project is about creating a calculator that can calculate tips, right? So let's say you have a bill. It will allow you to enter how much the bill was, what type of tip you will give, and how many people split the bill, and then it will tell you what each person pays from the total bill. All right, so yeah, let's get right into that. We'll need a print function first. Let's put in quotes. Welcome to the tip calculator. What was the total bill? So let's have a variable called bill that would save whatever bill we decide to put in there. So input, what was the, what was the total bill, right? Now, being that this bill can have decimals, we would enclose the entire input statement or input function in what is known as a float data type that accepts decimal values, right? So the next one will be tip. Let's call it tip, and that would be also another input statement, but this one, okay, yeah, input. Oh, okay, we good? We back? I'll wait for you to be back. Let me just pause it real quick. Okay. So the next one will be how much tip would you like to pay? We can also save that in a no. Let's use an int for that one. So how much? Sorry. Let's use double quotes. How much tip would you like to pay? How many people to split the bill? That's also a, let's do a split. That's also, oh, this is wrong actually, you don't do that. It's an input function enclosed within an integer. So whatever data type is inserted into this question, it would convert it to an integer. How many people to split the bill? That is also an integer. How many people to split the bill? Now we would, before we put the print statement, the last one, we would calculate the split as well as the tip. So let's say the tip would be, let's call it tip percent actually. Oh yeah, percent. That would be the tip divided by 100. Let's make that a float because this value results to a number with a decimal. Right, so the tip in percent form is tip divided by 100. And let's calculate the bill of each, how much each person would pay without the tip, that is. So that would be the bill divided by the split. Bill of each. Now we will do final bill of each, which will be the bill of each. Actually, no. Bill with tip. Let's call that bill with tip. That would be the bill of each. No, first we need to calculate tip per bill. That would be the bill of each times the tip. Bill of each. Oops, each multiplied by the tip percent. So the bill of each would be, or the bill with the tip will be, that's actually, I hope that's not confusing. Let's say final bill of each. That will be the bill of each plus the tip per bill. So we'll have the final print statement. Right, so each person should pay we will use an F string for this because we can't concatenate a string with an integer or a float. You know, it has to be a string to a string. So with the F string, we can concatenate multiple data types together in a single print statement or print function. And that would be a final bill of each. Yes. Let's double check. Let's run this. So what is the total bill? That will be 124.56. How much tip would you like to pay? 12. Okay, we ran into an error. And that is to do with the tip, I believe. Yep, that was my mistake. It's an input with a integer. Right, that was my mistake. So let's run again. What is the total bill? 124.56. How much tip would I like to pay? Let's do a 12. What is the split of the bill? 7. Oh, another error. Tip per bill is not defined. Wait, bill of each is not defined. Okay. Bill of each is not defined. Yep. So let's run it again. 124.56 will be the bill. How much tip would you like to pay? 12%. We'll split the bill. Let's do 7. Okay, tip per bill not defined. So that should be every name error fixed. Shouldn't be running into that error anymore. And it's hard to do it over here because with PyCharm or any other compiler, you could click on any variable and it would highlight the matching variables, but now we're using JGrasp, so we have to be extra cautious. So 124.56. That's why I like to run the compiler to catch all the errors for me. How much tip would you like to pay? Let's do a 12. How many people to split the bill? 7. Each person would pay 19.9296. Now, as we can see, the solution is a float data type that has a rounded value of 2 decimal places. So we'll fix that right now. And I don't know if this, okay, it doesn't work. It's not PyCharm. So let's use the round function, and we'll make it 2 decimal places, as well as put the $sign beside it. And just in case the solution, because we want it to look like this. Actually, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah. So this 2 decimal places. Yep, that should work. What is the total bill? 124.56. How much tip would you like to pay? Let's say 12. How many people to split the bill? 7. 19.93, just like the results within the project. Yep. Subrecording. So that's it for day 2, and stay tuned for day 3.